Level 1. The believer. You see a number go up. That's it. That's the whole thing. A green candle on a chart you barely understand. And something in your chest says, this is it. You open an account on your phone during a lunch break. You deposit $500. It feels like a secret handshake with the universe. You don't have a strategy. You have a feeling. You buy something because someone on Reddit said it was going to the moon. And you don't know what support levels are. You don't know what a PE ratio means. You don't know that doing your own research and watching a 12-minute YouTube video are not the same thing. But the first trade goes up 18%. You screenshot it. You almost show someone. You feel like you found a door that most people don't know exists. The market is just a machine that makes money, and you've figured out how to plug into it. You check the app 40 times a day. You watch the number. You talk to it. When it drops 3%, your stomach drops with it. When it recovers, you feel personally vindicated. You are not trading. You are gambling with extra steps and a better story. The $500 becomes $580, then $490, then $610. You think the variance means something. You think you're learning. The market is teaching you exactly one lesson right now, and you are not ready to hear it. Level 2. The student. You lose money for the first time in a way that hurts. Not a small dip, a real loss. You hold a position through earnings because you were sure, and then the company beats expectations, and the stock drops 11% anyway, and you sit there staring at red numbers, trying to understand how that's possible. So you go deeper. You start learning the vocabulary, candlestick patterns, moving averages, RSI, MACD, volume profiles. You buy a course. You join Discord servers. You follow traders on Twitter who post screenshots of massive gains, and you study them like scripture. You now spend 3 hours a night on this. Your partner notices. You say it's an investment in your future. You develop a system. It's not a real system yet. It's a collection of rules you assembled from 6 different sources that slightly contradict each other. But it feels like structure, and structure feels like safety. You backtest it manually on old charts, and it looks perfect. Everything looks perfect in hindsight. You start paper trading. You're good at it. You make $4,000 in fake money in 2 weeks, and you feel ready. Real money is different. You know this intellectually. You don't know it in your body yet. The first time you're up $300 on a live trade, your hands are slightly different. You close early. You leave $700 on the table. The next time you're down $200, you hold too long because you can't stand to realize the loss. You close at down $600. This happens 4 times before you understand that your psychology is the variable your backtesting never accounted for. You are not failing. You are paying tuition. The market is an institution with no refund policy. Level 3. The survivor. Your account is down 40%. You don't tell anyone. You started with $3,000. You have $1,800. You've made hundreds of trades, and you have a spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet is damning. Over-trading, revenge trading, moving stop losses, holding losers too long, cutting winners too short. Every mistake in the textbook, documented in your own handwriting. You almost quit. You open the withdrawal screen twice. Instead, you do something most people don't do. You stop trading, and you just watch for 30 days. You watch the setups you would have taken. You track what would have happened. Some would have worked. Most wouldn't have. And the ones that did, you know yourself well enough now to know you would have exited wrong anyway. Something shifts. You stop thinking about money and start thinking about process. You make a rule. 3 trades a week maximum. You make another rule. If you lose 2% of your account in a day, you close the platform. You build structure not because you read it somewhere, but because you've bled enough to know you need it. You deposit another $2,000. You treat it differently, slower, more deliberate. Your win rate is still not impressive, but your losses are smaller and your winners are slightly bigger, and for the first time the math is moving in a direction that doesn't feel like drowning. You don't celebrate. You've celebrated early before. You just keep going. Level 4. The operator. You have a system that actually works. Not perfectly, not all the time. But statistically, over 200 trades, it has an edge. You know this because you have the data. You think in probabilities now, not predictions. You've stopped trying to be right and started trying to execute correctly, and those are not the same thing. Your account is at $12,000. You treat every trade as if it's identical to the last one. Size in the same, risk the same, emotion, theoretically, the same. You have rules for everything, including what to do when you break the rules. You have a routine. Market open, you're at your desk. You've already reviewed your watch list, marked your levels, identified the 2 or 3 setups you're willing to take. You don't chase, you wait. Some days nothing sets up, and you close the laptop and go for a walk. People around you start asking questions. You're careful with your answers. You know enough now to know how dangerous a little knowledge sounds when someone is holding it with confidence. You don't tell your brother-in-law to buy anything. You've watched enough people blow up accounts by following someone else's conviction with none of the context. You start to see the market differently. The news is mostly noise. The crowd is almost always slightly late. The setups that feel obvious are usually traps. The trades that feel uncomfortable are frequently the right ones. This took you 3 years to learn. It cost you real money and real sleep and at least one relationship conversation that started with the words, "You're not present anymore." The money is better now, not life-changing, but real. $2,000 months, occasionally $4,000. One month you make $8,500, and you don't let yourself think it will always be like that. It won't. Level 5, the professional. You quit your job on a Tuesday, not dramatically. You just finish your shift, hand in the badge, and drive home in a silence that feels large. You have 8 months of living expenses in a separate account. You have a trading account with $60,000. You have a plan. The first week of full-time trading, you make $340. This is psychologically brutal. You did the math. You need the equivalent of a salary. And $340 feels like the market pointing at you and laughing. You adjust. You don't panic. Full-time trading is nothing like you imagined. It is slow. It is boring for long stretches. The discipline required to do nothing while the market chops sideways is harder than any trade you've ever taken. You are alone in a room for 8 hours a day, with your own thoughts and a screen, and the accumulated weight of every decision you've made this week. You build structure to fill the silence. Exercise in the morning, journaling after close, weekly review every Sunday. You treat it exactly like a business because if you stop treating it like a business for even 2 weeks, you notice the slippage in your performance. Your drawdowns are different now. When you're down $3,000 in a week, it's not funny money on an app anymore. It's rent. It's groceries. It's the number in a real context, and you have to have trained your nervous system to process that without flinching. Some days you are certain you made a mistake and you should go back. Some days you make $1,800 before noon, and the whole thing feels inevitable. You stop discussing trading with people who don't trade. Not because you're superior, because the conversation goes nowhere. They ask if you've heard about a stock they saw on the news. They ask if you're worried about a crash. They think what you do is closer to gambling than you'll ever be able to explain in a dinner party conversation, and eventually you stop trying. Your world gets smaller and sharper. Level 6. The edge builder. At some point, feel stops working. You've been trading long enough that you notice patterns in your own patterns. Certain setups you've been taking for 2 years have quietly degraded. The edge is thinner. The market structure around them has changed. You can either adapt or slowly bleed out, while telling yourself the old playbook still works. You adapt. You go deeper into the mechanics. Order flow, liquidity pools, auction market theory. You study how institutions move size. You learn to read what's happening beneath the surface of the chart, who's accumulating, where the stops are clustered, why that level held 3 times and then failed on the 4th. You build a second strategy, test it, refine it, add it to the rotation. Your account is at $180,000. You manage risk in tiers. Your best setups get full size. Secondary setups get half. You have clear criteria for both. Nothing is intuitive anymore because intuition was always just pattern recognition, and now you've made the patterns explicit. You start charging for a course, not because you need the money, because people keep asking, and you've built a curriculum in your head over years of answering questions, and you understand the content well enough to teach it. You run a small community, 200 members. You're careful about what you promise. You've seen what happens to traders who oversell. There's a version of you that's tempted to become a trading personality. The screenshots, the lifestyle content, the followers. You look at it seriously for about 3 weeks. You decide against it. The accounts worth following have stopped posting. The ones still posting have something to sell, and selling a thing changes your relationship to the thing. You go back to the screen. Level 7, the architect. You don't think about individual trades anymore. You think about systems. You have 3 strategies running across 2 accounts. You have a clear monthly target that you hit or miss based on conditions, not effort. When volatility is high, you make more. When it's low, you make less. You've accepted that the market pays out unevenly, and the job is to capture your share across the full cycle. Your account is at $400,000. Some months you make $18,000. Some months you make $4,000. One month you lose $12,000, and it feels like data. That last part took a long time. You review performance weekly, but not emotionally. You have a scorecard, process metrics, not outcome metrics. Did you follow the rules? Did you size correctly? Did you take the trades you planned and avoid the ones you didn't? The P&L is a lagging indicator of process quality. You trust the process. You've stopped needing to talk about it. There are people who've traded for 5 years who would not understand what you do. Not because you're obscure, but because the gap between knowing the theory and having lived through enough markets to feel the theory in your body is not bridgeable with conversation. You know what they still have to lose. You are patient in a way that feels almost inhuman. A setup forms. You watch it develop over 3 days. You enter. It goes against you immediately. You hold because your invalidation point hasn't been hit. It churns for another 2 days. Then it moves. Fast. Clean. $6,400 in a position you sized according to the rules and held without adjusting because the thesis was intact. You close it, log it, and move on to the next one. There is no celebration. There is no story you tell yourself about it. It was a trade. It worked. The next one might not. Level 8, the ghost. You're not sure when you crossed over, but at some point, the market stopped being something that happened to you and started being something you happened to. You see structure where other people see noise. You read order flow the way other people read body language, automatically, without effort, as background information your brain processes before your conscious mind catches up. Your name comes up in certain circles, not loudly. You've never posted your account. You've never gone on a podcast. A few traders whose opinions you respect know what you've built. That's enough. You manage significant capital now, not institutional, but real numbers, 7 figures. You are 1 bad year away from nothing, theoretically. And this doesn't keep you up at night because you have position limits, and you have drawdown rules, and you have been through bad years before, and you know what they look like from the inside, and you know how to stay alive through them. The cost of this is something you don't usually name directly. You are not fully available to the people around you, not because you don't love them, because you are always, at some low level of awareness, watching, monitoring, processing. A part of your brain never fully clocks out, and you're not certain you'd know how to turn it off anymore, even if you tried. You've missed things, not dramatic things, small things. The accumulation of small absences that adds up to a particular kind of distance. You don't talk about this with other traders. They already know. The end of the cycle. You're at your desk at 6:47 a.m. on a Tuesday in February. The market is flat. There's nothing setting up. You've reviewed your levels. You've identified one trade worth watching. You'll take it or you won't, depending on how the next hour develops. Somewhere, on his phone in a break room somewhere, a 24-year-old just watched a green candle go up. He's opened an account. He's deposited $500. He thinks he's found something. He thinks it's simple. He thinks the hard part is finding the right stocks. He has no idea what the hard part actually is. He will lose money. He will get confused. He will almost quit. He will learn things that cost him sleep and relationships, and a version of himself that believed this was easy. Some of it will be worth it. Some of it won't. He'll become someone else by the end of it, if he makes it to the end. You know this the way you know your own chart patterns. You turn back to the screen. The setup is forming. You wait.